So, I'm Aidan Walsh, and this is Total Digression, episode 4, Going Deep.
Getting balls deep.
That's how your mum likes it. Here's some music. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Another smooth fade out.
Oh yeah, we're getting the hang of this, you know.
One day we might actually get something like a decent production quality.
Either
Hopefully.
that, or we'll just get guys to do it for us.
That's the dream.
That's the dream. Not doing things for yourself. So what we got now?
Ask me a question while I'm taking a drink, man. Fucking well done.
Trying to make you choke. Just like fuck up for everyone.
Is this because I made your mum
look worse than me? So yeah, this week I've heard something pretty crazy.
I've just asked what's next.
I remembered. This week I heard something pretty fucking crazy. I've heard similar stories about it before happening in America. A guy in Wales has eaten his alleged girlfriend's face.
Now, did you know I've got the story
face, man?
I've got the story lined up here. I thought we were going into the stories first.
Let's go into it now. Let's show him.
Here we go. So according to the New York Post, a woman died after a cannibal ate her face. I think that when they met in the bar and he said, if we go back to the hostel, I'll eat you all night long, she was confused.
Oh, that sounds right up my street. And then he's just there with like a really sharp knife and a spoon.
So it doesn't say it in this article, but you've got a theory as to what's the cause of this, haven't you?
I have, only because I've heard similar things of this before. Now, essentially, this fella has just started eating his alleged girlfriend's face, eating his eyeball and everything. I don't know whether the police arrived on scene, but
yeah, they intervened as like she was still alive and he was literally eating her eyeball.
Shit, man, imagine walking in there. You watched like 4 episodes of Walking Dead last night. You walk in, and your day job today is stopping a man from eating his girlfriend's face.
So
rough day.
What's your postulation?
Well, they've come in, they've seen this, and she was dead on arrival. Now, the reason I think that this has happened is there was similar stories in America of people who were taking what it's called on the street as is super coke, which is somewhere in between crack and meth. It's fucking incredibly addictive.
So for a bit of, let's go, I'm just going to be straight. So for a bit of fact here, right? It's called MDPV. Yeah, that's what he's talking about when he says.
It goes by other names as well, but the official name that you will know it by is MDPV, and I think originally it was manufactured in China.
It's a cathinone. So hang on, right? It's known as no.
Come on, teach people now. Tell them what
this is. When you're editing, you can cut that last bit I did out and put this in. So for a bit of fact, right? It's known as MDPV is what he's talking about. It's a basic cathinone that's similar to, you might have heard of MCAT or Meow Meow. That's in the same class, but nowhere near on the same tier. So like, yeah, they're kind of
MCAT's level 2, PB. Good level
next
63.
level shit.
Yeah, that shit will take you to places you didn't know existed. Yeah, you want to stay away from that shit.
But that's what they call bath salts in the States. But in the States, they actually mix it with angel dust.
They mix it with a strong hallucinogen, also known as PCP, usually. And I believe this is what's happened here in Wales. This fella has mixed his MDPV with possibly some PCP. There's going to be a lot of letters. It's going to be hard to follow. I reckon he's mixed these two together, and what it does is with the PV giving you these incredibly strong reactions and impulsations to do things, like for example, being on coke, where you're like, oh yeah, I feel like going for a run. If you're on PV, I imagine you probably never stop running again. You'd just keep going until there was nothing left. But they mixed it with this PCP, which is a strong hallucinogen, and what I believe is he's been having mouth gurning and everything, he's been tripping balls, and he's just started eating this girl's face. But stories like this have happened in America. The most famous one you'll know of is a police officer found a person eating another man in an alleyway.
Google the Miami zombie.
Yeah, this started off a bit of a freak way for me. I was like, just shouting at the camera, Pee-wee, it's Pee-wee, fucking Pee-wee, just shouting letters at him. And this officer has stumbled down this alleyway and seen this person eating another person, and he looks completely off it. And he's told him to stop what he's doing. He's pulled his gun on him, and he said, right, freeze there, motherfucker. Don't fucking move.
Was this Samuel L. Jackson?
It's just because I can see myself, man. I put my fingers up straight away. I'm in the movie. I'm like, freeze, motherfucker. Nobody move. I got your ass surrounded. And he just pulls this gun up on him. He's like, don't move. And this person just dives towards this police officer, and he puts about 9 rounds in him, I believe, before he actually goes down. And yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Fair enough. So, woman dies after her boyfriend eats her face. Lewis suspects drugs. God damn it.
Can do that again.
So yeah, woman dies after her boyfriend eats her face, and Luann suspects drugs. I'm not doing it again. You can just smush those two together, mate. And
one more time for the people. Come on.
So yeah. Nope. So yeah, woman dies after a boyfriend eats her face, and Luann suspects drugs are involved. Next story.
Moving swiftly on.
Moving swiftly on.